Welcome back. How y'all doing, man? I'm back with another video today. As you guys can see from the thumbnail and title, I've been having some issues with the Tegu. She's okay, but she hasn't been liking me lately, which is okay. I'm gonna let you guys know the reason why. And I'm gonna kind of show you guys what's actually happening with the Tegu. So what I've realized is she was super small when I got her. Like, this 40-gallon Exoterra was honestly enough to keep her in, which I thought would last for a few months to keep her quarantined. But honestly, guys, after she was being taken care of properly, being fed properly, she's completely outgrown this enclosure. So as you guys are gonna see, she's super unlike she was. So granted, when I got her, she was stressed, emaciated, super skinny, dehydrated. Now that she's at a normal weight, she's healthy, she's hydrated, and she's in a more, I guess you could say, like, loving home. I'm not gonna say that because granted, I know the previous owners, they were going through a tough situation, so, but now she's at a place where she's getting a little more attention. She's starting to become territorial of this small cage. Like I said, guys, she's grown. She's taken off like a rocket in the past couple of months, so she's a lot healthier, a lot bigger, so much more active than she was previously. And she's just completely outgrowing this enclosure. So honestly, I kept her in this 40-gallon to quarantine her, make sure there was no sicknesses or anything before I moved her closer to the other animals where she's gonna have her big enclosure. So the next time you guys will see, after I show you guys this video, will be when we're building her bigger enclosure for her to be for the next few years of her life, because this just isn't doing it anymore. And this, like I said, guys, this is only for quarantine. This is not a, she fit well in this 2 months ago, but now that she's being fed well, she's actually growing how she needs to. She's shedding great. I haven't noticed any issues with a respiratory infection or anything that could harm my other animals around. So now it's time to move her to a bigger enclosure, which will probably be like 6 feet long, 3 feet, 6 by 3 by 4 is what I think that I'm measuring out for her, which plans will change, but you guys will see her new enclosure coming soon, so stay tuned for that. This is, like I said, this is a quarantine enclosure, temporary. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the attitude that I've been dealing with. She's been trying to bite me. She flies out of the cage when she sees food or hands, or it's just about time for us to get her in a bigger enclosure where maybe she doesn't feel as maybe attacked when I open the enclosure, because I imagine it's pretty scary when somebody comes in with the big hand to try to grab you. So I have been wearing gloves because she did get me off camera. She did nip me about 2 weeks ago. So I have been wearing gloves because she is super likely to bite. And if you know, Argentine Tegus have big molars and sharp teeth all around because they are meat eaters primarily in the wild. So I will be wearing gloves, but I have an egg boiling upstairs. So let's go check on that upstairs. Let's see if this is ready. Still boiling. What I actually thought happened was she actually got super excited and personable and coming up running to the front of the cage like never before when I brought her a boiled egg. So I was thinking that this is just a food that she gets really excited over. That was honestly not the case. She turned like this every single day after that day. So I think that was the day where she actually became a little more territorial of her space. She started eating everything. She became a little more a little less stressed and a little more, let's say, she's grown into her teenage years. So I think this is around the time of puberty. So territory is a big thing. They establish dominance around this age, the males and females. So she's definitely become a little more of a testy animal for me. But we're gonna boil this egg. I'm gonna cut it up, let it cool down a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you guys when I go down to feed her, so you guys see what I'm talking about. So I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, so our egg is done. I'm gonna run it under some cool water because it's like really hot right now. So while we do that, I want to give a big shout out to the people who are consistent on my channel. Like, I really appreciate you guys in these last few months. You guys have been super supportive, liking these videos. So I'm gonna keep putting stuff out every week. I'm gonna try every week. Next week I'll be at Animal Con USA in Orlando. So make sure that you guys are prepared for that video. That'll be a good one. I'm gonna try to record as much as I can out there. But I am also gonna enjoy the moment because the goal is to, by next year, be on the creator panel. So just be soaking up a lot of information, learning from other creators, hopefully meeting and making connections so you guys can get better videos from me. So So stay tuned for that. This egg is really hot, and I'm trying not to burn myself. As you guys can see, I peel the egg and leave most of the shell because that's good calcium for the tegu. So she'll enjoy this runny yolk and eggshell. Unlike, we probably wouldn't enjoy having shells in our eggs, but that's naturally their diet, so that's how she'll enjoy it. And usually when I feed quail eggs, I'll give it to her whole, but chicken eggs are a little too big, so I think, for her. So, and I don't want her to choke, and I want her to have an easy time taking it down. I'm gonna be doing like some ground beef meatballs, which will have bones. Sneak some veggies in there because she doesn't really like the vegetables themselves, but these are things that tegus need. They need the antioxidants from berries, so I'm trying to mix all that into her diet. Like I said, she came from a place where she was lacking a lot of this, so I'm just trying to provide it to her. I do sprinkle a little bit of calcium onto her eggs, so I'm gonna do that now. Alright, so now we're just gonna wake up the beast. You're gonna see how she wakes up, guys. She wakes up completely ready to bite. She's never happy when she wakes up. She's been destroying her cage, moving things around. She's definitely outgrowing this cage. You guys are gonna see. Yeah, she's very healthy tegu, and this is normal behavior for most people's tegus. The ones I've owned in the past. The tegus I've owned in the past. We're generally pretty nice, but like I said, guys, this is just waking up the beast. So this is very unlike the lizard you guys saw when you first joined, when I first told you that I rescued this lizard. That lizard was stressed, emaciated, tired, and just honestly over whatever situation she had going on. This lizard is fat, healthy, alert, and honestly not happy with me at the moment, but that's okay. We love all of our animals, and honestly most of them aren't nice. She does a lot of huffing and puffing. Alright, so the egg. So we got our egg, and once she notices that this is food, guys, you're gonna see a whole different lizard. Like, you can even see her now. So she knows what time it is when these tongues come out. I had to buy longer forceps because the small one, she was just trying to bite my hands off. So we're gonna get to feeding this girl. Some egg. This is a completely different attitude. As you guys can see, she jumped out onto the floor. And guys, this is the type of animal you do not want to turn your back to. Especially as of lately. So as you guys can see, that's not the same lizard that you saw a few months ago when I first got her. She's a lot more active and territorial. So next thing we're gonna do is build her new enclosure. You guys stay tuned for that video. But like I said, drop any suggestions down. Maybe it's the time of the year why she's acting like this. But my thing is, I think it's the size of the cage. So it's definitely time for an upgrade. Stay tuned for that video. That'll be coming soon for you guys. And yeah, thank you guys for liking the videos. I'll see you next week at AnimalCon. Peace.